Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast. I'm your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only master propaganda who loves like defender of the fatherland. We're off here to a 1v1 on Crossing in the Woods, the 1v1 version. The north it is DexN for standing here with Deutschland, triple pioneer opening here, sitting fourth under cover of night with the Hammengering Fallschirm Panzer Division. In the south it is Delirious fighting here for freedom and democracy, standing tall here with the US 2nd Infantry Division. We got scouts, we got engineers. No battle yet for either player. We got Basil begging for attention. Rifle squad there for Delirious as he moves forwards. As always, big hearty thanks to my patron supporters for their continued generous and wonderful support of the Propagandacast. Keeps making all these wonderful videos possible. And a big thanks to commenting and liking on them. Helps out immensely and keeps the cat from biting off my fingers.
Rifleman ready.
Ow, ow. Ah, so, we're off to the races here with the Grenadier squad there, almost done for DexN. In the south here, we've got scouts and engineers moving forwards. Brass squad moving up the centre, and in the east side here, we've got the pioneers there, steadily extending here, control towards the eastern fuel point. First Grenadier squad ready here for DexN. We'll have to see what it goes for. It's got the classic 3-starter battle groups there for the Wehrmacht. And pretty much the same thing with Delirious with Spec Ops, Armoured, and Airborne.
Ready for deployment, sir.
We are off here. Another Rav squad there for Delirious. And he's ready here. Either he's not paying attention, he's expecting a push towards the cutoff point, which is quite common with these kind of types of cutoff points. They're very much positioned in such a manner they, get pushed a lot there on. Another Grenadier squad halfway done here. Second Rav squad for Delirious, we got Armoured. For Delirious, opening up here for the Assault Engineers. With their M3 grease guns. Pioneers in the far, we got Scouts and Assault is closing in here. West flank left lead, open to that. Grenadiers from the center still remaining there. East side Pioneers digging in, even as we see a slow approach here from Delirious. West side Pioneers unsurprisingly withdraw under such heavy pressure, and more crucially, they complete an utter lack of support. Meanwhile, DexN's Grenadiers were apparently waiting for the second squad of Grenadiers before they made any moves. Meanwhile, right as that happens, Delirious makes a move for the cutoff point, getting caught with the two Grenadier squads. First volley goes off here. Grenadiers get some light damage in. Scout flank in, focus down the Grenadier squad. There goes smoke grenade here. Messing up the Grenadiers. Completely cheeky play there by Delirious. East side here, Rascal pushing forward. MG42 for DexN and Deutschland. Another Rav squad here for Delirious, Freedom and Democracy. Grenadiers now focused on the other GR squad as the other one just sort of waits to spring its trap, it seems. And we got DexN with the MG42, the machining of S-44. First up, Pioneers casting it to the Assault Engineers there. Third Rav squad right on the corner, and there goes Smoke Lifts. Grenadiers suddenly in the fire again, but the Rav squad took so much damage, so it's less of a problem there for DexN. Unless more rifle with support, and they're for some reason scared off by the Pioneers, so perhaps more likely this gap might be behind the Pioneers, which could be an MG42, though it is up here. That's about found out here by Delirious. We got a lot of hot spots here so far between Delirious and DexN. Between Freedom and Deutschland. Rav squad chunking the Pioneers here. Someone used their force back, overcome by heavy fire there by the Germans. And Delirious diving straight into the mechanized support center. DexN with the medical station. Confused with the American medical station. Because for some reason they only need the same name. So, medical station halfway done there for DexN. No battle group yet. Could go for Breakthrough, obviously. Could surprise us with Luftwaffe. But most likely he's going to go for mechanized. We'll have to see here. We got the Luftwaffe company, very standard by the majority of Wehrmacht players. Of the Pentagon company still sees a fair amount of use, but it's heavily, I think, slanted towards the Luftwaffe company. They're seeing use for most Wehrmacht players, the armored car, the Jaegers, and the Flakfeld, of course, the Villains, all, representing, pretty straightforward options they're dealing with the opponent.
It's done.
Hey, Fahik Grenadiers being pushed into low health. I think DexN is not quite paying attention. Apparently, he go for his opponent's move there. Nose. West side Pioneers moving up. There we go. We got Delirious trying the cutoff point. DexN's going to have to move in some forces to deal with this particularly tiresome development. Will risk losing his resources. Far down south here, punish the fuel point there. Got Breakthrough and for DexN with rapid reduction on the 2-1. Very much go hand in hand there. Rushing out the 2-1 for the Swaziland. Motor pool there for Delirious. Bit of a surprise, honestly. I feel like most of this metagame at the moment is heavily focused on half tracks, not so much greyhounds and chappies anymore. So Delirious not just go for assault and use back to the motor pool, does it? Right from there though. Being halted here on the cutoff point, we got more men arriving. Grenadiers are also moving in. What will DexN do next? And there go 2-1 rushing westward to defend the fuel point. SSO needs to dive in on it. There's a lot going on here between DexN and Delirious. Neither player feel like really opening one point, which is always one of those traps that the player can fall into. He just gets tunnel vision on one part of the map and rather ignores overall maneuverability across the entirety. Thumbs up there to both players so far. Assaulting is being hunted down by the 2-1. He liked it, puncher Spielwagen. One of the first armored cars of the German army. Rascal moving up here, diving in for democracy. East side here we got Rascal Scout poking in. Occupying the house here. One thing to keep in mind here is, I mean, obviously this is going to put some pressure on DexN. Can't easily bypass the house unless he wishes to have Rascal run behind him. But at the same time, there's also risk of the 6 around for too long, particularly with the armored car. It could risk the unit getting wiped out before it gets back home. So there are some considerations to move like this from both sides. Just as a quick heads up. But for now, Delirious is able to use it as a sort of nice pressure point here against DexN. Funny is ready. Luftwaffe company remaining silent. Might see another armored car. It's a bit unlikely. We can also see some Jaegers. 30. Which is smart again, but unfortunately, doesn't help with the charging grenades. But crucially, doesn't help with the 2-1 armored car. And there goes Steel Hunt Banana forcing up the drive support there, sending those GIs packing. South side here, mine goes off, taking out 2 rifles. M16 on the way there for him, so he did actually intend to go for half tracks as well, though, of course, with the motor pool now, this way he can sort of build all the half tracks.
The victory point has fallen into
with their stuff already upgraded. There's one change in it at some point. And DexN not going for the Panzer Grenadier Company. Bit of a rare, like, you know, double tier 2 there.
Half track deploying, as ordered.
But there you go, M16 now. Featuring 4 50 caliber machine guns on the half track. They obviously have some with bigger guns, but overall, the Americans seemingly just prefer, like, you know, just mounting a lot of 50 cals on the vehicles, because apart they had a lot of them. They had like something like 200,000 50 cals. Like, they made a lot of them. So they just sort of slapped them wherever they can get away from, basically. Like in anti-aircraft purposes and, you know, lighter mounts. In comparison, I think the Soviet Union made like some thousand, maybe 10,000, maybe probably. Actually, I think it's more like 4,000 or 5,000 Dishkas. So just to like highlight a bit the difference between like, you know, the American industry and the Soviet industry, we came to certain items. Pack 40 on the way there for DexN. Panzer Arbeck and the 40, which made it in the light vehicles out of Delirious.
Crates of grenades are on their way to us.
Delirious filling up the Mark II frag grenades and the sticky bombs. Steel Hunt gun out of there, Chuck. Got the info too, should probably pop the veteran's one ability, or at this point, probably just get out of there, as the position is so exposed. Let's put some of the flanking that could bomb rush through. Well, so far it seems like Delirious just charges head into no real finesse, which makes it obviously much easier machine gun. Sort of probably lives a bit at least in front. Scout team then they're knocked out, complete the party. Like 40 survived for DexN and for Deutschland. And west side we got all the parties being 40. DexN getting some strong map control here. Delirious is kind of getting sucked in here, part because the cutoff line. Though even there could still like trying to flank around here. DexN on an angle isn't quite expected.
The victory point is under enemy control now.
40 miles can push forward here. Die Panzer Arbeck Kanone 40. Situation here for Delirious there. Got the X2, get the flank here, so thumbs up Delirious though. In this regard, he got a bit too close to the point here, which kind of gave away his movements. As there's always one thing you have to keep in mind is like, you want to get close to the point of trying to like sneak up on the opponent with a deep flank, because
Enemy in control.
if they suddenly pay attention to this, they can like, oh shit, there's something happening on the flank here. So you typically want to try and, at least, if you're trying to spring a surprise like that, avoid like any points. Still, pushing back the center here again, the flanking definitely caused DexN to get a bit, skittish and withdraw here, rather than risk losing any of his support members from the undercar for that matter. So, good flank there by Delirious, even if, he did slightly, or more likely got betrayed by the power thing, as it does like to have its a mind of its own, and sometimes just in units in towards the cutoff point like that. And other times, when you're just trying to get the point, you like to park every unit outside of the point, despite no matter how many times you have to give them just to capture the point, tend to like more directly force them onto the point.
They'll initiate repairs at will.
Anyways, Delirious with a mortar. Help deal with the Germans. Definitely needs to get more points snapped here. I mean, he's rather aggressive. We'll get double mines here from DexN. Old move.
We have a mortar team, ready for orders.
One thing worth keeping in mind, when you place mines like this close to each other, they also risk like, setting off each other off to an extent. At least, you risk like just one unit setting off here. And in some cases that can be great, but in other cases that can actually be a bit of a waste of mines. Like, maybe you might overcommit on just one unit. It'd be better if like, they were a bit more spread out there. But, just to point out there, of course, part of me might just be thinking CoH3 were like mine slits, you could see each other off. They're right next to each other. Probably haven't actually done that in good so, But still, even then, like, there's not just, one mine split spots them, they're easily both just dealt with very easily. I mean, obviously, when they've been further apart, they'd still been spotted easily, though. But, we might have taken a bit long to deal with them. By the way, there was a bit of a gambit there by DexN. Obviously, had he, the right unit hit it, that would have been devastating for the Delirious. Like I say, it's half-tracker driven into it. Kaboom, Gonzo. So, east side, they definitely need to put more pressure on there. We got smoke deployed in the center. Thumbs up to Delirious. Not seeing too much of a battle group chose that of DexN leaving units. He might just be planning to honestly rush for the Panzer Company, feeling clearly confident in the current state of affairs with fuel. Okay, we did get some Jaegers there for DexN from the 114th Jaeger Division. One of two Jaeger divisions which actually fought in North Italy. They're actually fairly rare in that sense. There was actually more like your big Jaeger or Fallschirmjäger divisions that fought in Italy.
Commander, you have 5 command points available.
Net will find for there. They do seem to have this weird fetish for Jaegers. I don't know why. A Grenadier champion dodging a Mark II frag grenade, getting hit with a Steelhand grenade in return.
Enemy infantry, hold it in.
Quickly engaging. Get a mortar fire there. We got 343, 115. Ooh, substitute charge here. M16 down, but he does get the pack. Unfortunately, without anything to kill out everything else. He can't be quick recruit, but at least he does apply a bit of pressure there. We got a grenade here, we got BR as well. The Jaeger's taking heavy losses as Friedrich and Ludwig get knocked out with the frag grenade. Mortar fire taking out Deinhardt, leaving just Dieter and Rudolf. They quickly withdraw there, definitely enough. Up north, the grenades get hit with the Mark II frag grenade as well there. Heavy losses, half the squad gone. The blink of an eye as fragments just shred them. He does get the pack forward, the still be hunted down here, but the rifle finished off here. Two with the BARs right around the corner. Good counter push here by Delirious. And there you go, Browning automatic rifles ready. MG42 moving in, got the pack white, and we got Panzer Grenadiers now for DexN. Panzer Grenadiere, meine Herren. You still feel them being napped?
Sector gone. We must take it
Absolute
back.
Delirious goes for next, there you go. Need someone to deal with that machine who could smoke it. That'd be a quick way to deal with it. Okay. Oh, nice way. I think he actually bluffed here, basically insinuating to DexN he was going to like hit it with a grenade. Obviously, didn't want to lose it, so he just retreats. Sharp play there by Delirious. Thumbs up. Ralph squad applying coming fire for the Pack 40. Come on, guys, push! The Germans are coming. It's just pioneers. The other Germans. Oh God, push, push, push! It's off his own mind. We do get a smoke and he's covered the pack retreat here.
We must act.
The stuff of movies. If movies involve two guys pushing a German anti-tank gun, which probably doesn't quite make us exciting movie stuff. Generally, anti-tank gunners obviously don't get like a lot of movie time. them and artillerymen.
Seek and destroy tactics available.
I don't think you'll ever like really get a serious movie about like artillery cruisers. It was like, you know, some like, you know, German anti-war movie. They didn't even have
We're losing the fuel point. Supplies are cut off. We have holes in our front line.
maybe another propaganda. So, anyways, M16 here has the Grenadiers. We've got Blitzkrieg left DexN as he probably just pushes himself for the Tiger.
We have command points that need allocating.
We'll have to see what Delirious goes for. Wouldn't be surprised to ends up going for the colony seat, so he needs to connect his points, he needs more fuel. And just as crucially, he needs to deny DexN. DexN's really had success with fuel there. More Jaegers here for DexN and for Deutschland. Smoke deployed here. Cheeky play there, but effective there out of DexN.
What do you need?
Vessel being very Bassy there in the background. That is what Bassels do, it seems. North here, Germans repositioning a bit here. Panzer Grenadiers advancing. Second Jaeger squad, they're ready for DexN.
Where the hell did they come from? Heavy MG!
Putting the BS for there, going to be forced to express the entire lot of riflemen easily bounced up in the open. They do become easy targets, and the mortar is, I think, a bit too slow. There go the boundary, in particular, does serve as a very good reminder for them to get the hell out of there. AC in the west.
Engineers here. Where'd you need
What the hell was going on there? I'm pretty sure a half-track is not capable of doing that. I could be wrong though, but instincts tell me that is definitely not possible. Hey Bob, look at what I can do! Eugene, you're not supposed to do that. Like, you know, regulations? No, the laws of physics. And he's got the M16 here catching some pioneers with the center. We've got attack body almost on the deck. She plays one of course killed for it by those Americans. Almost got a pioneer squad YPM D42 coming in with withdrawal here. M16 the diving in, clearly not too fast by an MD42. We do get the white phosphorus rounds activated. That pioneer is kind of lucky until he isn't. Craft squad being suppressed here, heavy damage. 50 cal fire there, every machine there, go catch was a great hit on the M16. Players need to get out of there fast, but too slow. Allowing DexN's pack crew to score a hit here. Jaeger's punch needs pushed back here. At least the Panzer gunners, well, the Jaeger's not so much. Greyhounds now for Delirious, bringing something a bit heavier here. But again, resource situation for Delirious remains not ideal. Needs to do something about that soon.
Indirect fire crew ready for the go.
Up to this point, it might also be an idea to consider more rifle and put more pressure there, DexN. There we go. Got the M8 Grand out here.
Converging on a fuel point.
Jesus H. Christ!
Record here. Again, diving in there. DexN inches ever close to the target tank here. Jaegers didn't come with the G50s and scope G50s. Mortals landing good here. East side, we got some use with the Jaegers. Rascal down at the center there. Got MD42 again here at this point. DexN is very much ready for what this comes up to. What's that mortar, I suppose? Fortunately though for DexN, Delirious is yet to get it like enough damage in to get veterans while most of the air pushes. Route squad either in trouble, Panzers are now the infantry over them.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
You know, absolutely devastating them. They get away. Close call, but I would say there for Delirious. Very close call.
They have taken our victory point.
Victory points wise, it's not looking ideal here for Delirious either. Things need to change and need to change fast. I do think one advantage DexN does have on Delirious at the moment, amongst others, is just the fact he's got more infantry.
The enemy
And he's only
holds
operating the 3
victory
Bob
points.
squads. DexN's got 2 Jaegers, the Panzer Grenadiers, and the Grenadiers. Which does mean he can affect the battlefield, I think, a bit more actively than his opponent. In this regard, I do think Delirious
have been requisitioned.
is going to need some more
Standing by.
riflemen, just like pressure the map harder here against DexN. For instance, like, you know, he's going to be some time away from the Sherman EC anyway, so. Might as well get some infantry in there to, like, you know, put some pressure on the opponent.
It's on, boys.
Meanwhile, ever closer to the Tiger tank. Arguably at this point, he might have been just been overtaken up and going for a 24, but Tiger obviously has a bit more style attached to it. Obviously, but I wouldn't be surprised if we lose this swords up for the Sherman EC-80 on Brad Pitt. Got me the point here. Thumbs up. Basically, he's anticipating there could be an MD-42 around here. Playing this go to around here. Obviously, makes it hard for him to fire at him, though it is actually over here. Still, thumbs up to Delirious. I'd say tactically, that did make a lot of sense. Even, of course, the reconnaissance also would have made a lot of sense. East side falling out to these with the Germans.
One of our sectors is now
I think Delirious is just holding up for the Sherman EC-8 now. Right,
Taking losses.
Democracy and liberty.
We've got wounded.
164, 78.
About it.
He's upon the being nabbed. Back. Rayhan on the move, one sport. Another obstacle fun happening for Delirious. Thumbs up. Got the Tiger unlocked. We got MP40s unlocked for DexN, though I doubt he's going to go for them. Look at the center, though. Nothing to make me grab it. The situation remains quite not good.
Riflemen are ready.
He's behind victory points, he's behind resources, casualties. He's not wildly behind, but he is nonetheless behind DexN. At least he did go for another Ralph squad finally, though. Arguably, he should have done so soon. East side line goes off here, punishing those, I think, being too passive there, and just not having minesweepers around. And now we got DexN with the Tiger. The Tiger tank has arrived, sent in by the 504th Schwerer Panzerabteilung. Almost at the end for 2 here. He's going to need that pack 40 around the center now. He's going to need it badly. Ralph squad reinforced here. We got Jaegers and Glennies looking to block here. We got several points here. The things are happening. Delirious looks like he might win in the west. East side could also be a victory here for Delirious and Democracy. As DexN's influence going well. We do get the Jaegers getting merged with here. Two Grenadiers found themselves spontaneously promoted.
No survivors.
Ralph squad wiped here by the Tiger. Leaving the pack crew behind on their own. Not ideal there for Delirious. East side pushed back. West side also getting pushed back. Could grab pack 40 perhaps. Massive blow there though. Delirious in the center. Definite tactical victory there for DexN. Wrecking that pack 40. Delirious is going to have to do some very heavy lifting here soon. Got the pack 40 wiped. He can't get his hands on it due to the MD-42. And even the MD-42 was not there. The problem is the Tiger tanks coming in as well. So, still, Graham's point to these trying to cut off, though he also needs to get some of these points here, still not going to matter.
You have 3 command points.
He's closing in on the Tiger 5 ECAG. He is closing in.
Victory point now under enemy control.
North East Hunters there taking a minor loss there. Situation with Delirious remains questionable. The Tiger there just smashing away his troops. Crew having a very nice time. They're still obliterating the Yankees. Greyhound taking a light rear hit there. West side last one getting smoked out. 173 74. Tiger hauling ahead. On the west, we got Ralph Squad, the Jaegers times 2. Not a good engagement, of course, the Ralph Squad, they're on their own. There's no mortar nearby, but it's taking them time to shoot. And probably should go for ambush jumps the first thing, and even then, I think it's too late. Did he do in for the lead fuse? It's a questionable one. Tiger pursuing the Greyhound. Delirious having no real instinct weapons again. He's betting everything on that Sherman EC-8 on Brad Pitt to save him. Zone personal Jesus. He's forgot about it, won't call him in there. Oh, and a lot of units being reinforced by delaying the Sherman EC-8 there now. Not great here for Delirious. Not great at all. Flanking in here.
Points remaining.
Now he can call in the Sherman EC-8 again.
It's theirs now.
Will Delirious do it this time around? We'll forget about it once
Enemy
more.
movement near our victory point.
Jaeger's being routed, targeting in pursuit. Delirious floating now, 700 manpower as it continues to just not bring the resources
Fallen into enemy control.
or reinforcements. Crucially, still no easy. The mighty loose raptor is not careful. Do we get some smoke here to try and make it harder for the Titan to just obliterate them? I think it's working out reasonably well here, though. Just need to be careful, just run out of luck here. Delirious, still no easy 8. East side German force moving in laying down mines.
A Sherman
Thumbs up
ETA
Dex
has
and Deutschland, and there you go.
We have
Finally,
recovered vehicles ready
we
to
got the
take to
Sherman
field.
EZ ready for Delirious. And some assaulting is running along there.
Heavy MG, spread out! Barrage complete! They got us pinned down
Go to
over
river for the
here.
raft squad there.
We've lost a territory sector.
Anti-tank really off. They obviously not enough to damage the engine. The Tiger tank at least does shot the crew bit. There go in the center. Oh, we got an incendiary bombing run here. Mighty DexN locking down the center here. Well, these zombies actually dodged it. Quite impressive. Retreat path is going to be a bit hazardous for now. 8 fuse bombs there.
Defend our
Not
victory
entirely sure
point.
exactly
We're
what the
losing
logic there is from Delirious, but that's obviously just me.
The victory point is
So
under
now
enemy
seen
control.
74. Got this one, he's in a bit of trouble here. And just getting utterly turned into marmalade here.
Deploy when ready.
76, 75, it's 74 here. The gap is widening. Jackson with the Panzer Company.
Sector lost.
Scrambling about here, looking to cause some chaos and confusion against DexN, but DexN seems at this point fairly immune to that. And he's right here with the Sherman ECA. Eager there, a bunch of lot of units here. I mean, mortars isn't going to get some work in there. There's been an airburst shell mortar barrage, but there's a bit more impactful against the DexN's soft unit. ECA scores a 9 on the Tiger. Brad Pitts tapping into his primal Tiger tank destruction
Get the
abilities.
wounded out of there. Down to only 50 points.
Less than 50 points of Delirious. Situation is rapidly falling apart in his hands here. West side Jaegers was the rifleman. Greyhound down.
Greyhound has been destroyed.
Greyhound down. A stinging blow there to Delirious
Victory
from
point is under
DexN.
attack. We must act.
The situation here for the Americans, and it's very much deteriorated.
Captured a victory point.
Delirious just sort of falling a bit short here tactically in the early mid game, and not really able to recover there
Engineers have been promoted.
against DexN. As DexN maintains just better momentum, and crucially, he just had more infantry up faster, and Delirious just never really tried to, even get ahead, let alone just match up there with DexN infantry. I think that was one of those crucial elements there. Really, I think, hurt Delirious.
All victory points are under enemy control.
Losing to M16s, though, I think did not do him any favours
Only
either.
25 points
Plus,
left.
right about done here for DexN. Between 74 here.
Lost a squad of assault engineers.
Sorting this down here for the
Interrupting
Tiger.
reinforcements. We're down to 10 points.
Rolling in here. There you go. Popping the S-mine launches. Thumbs up. Bit of rare ability to see. Wipe here. Lucky there. I think that's about the luck. And there you go. GG game over for Delirious. Lost a match here. Victory for DexN and for Deutschland. But yeah. I think part of it's just, again, Delirious just lacking infantry. To really maintain the kind of play style he wants to, whereas DexN had more infantry, and thus I think was just able to just have better map control. I also think probably should have gone for a Greyhound first rather than M16. I think that also done a bit more. He's going to go for the motor pool at least initially. So I think there were some issues there, I think, in the decision making from Delirious that rather just benefited DexN and allowed him to, I think, quite safely end up just going for the Tiger tank. I think had Delirious been able to effectuate a better fight with more pressure, just stalling out for the Tiger tank would have been much tougher for DexN. So that is, I think, a very important lesson there to keep in mind. But hope you enjoyed the match and learned something from it. This is Imperial Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another chilling episode. Bye, everyone.